Chosen ones, God's promise is clear. Blessings are coming your way, and they're moving faster than you can imagine. This isn't a distant hope or a vague dream, it's a divine guarantee. A sudden shift that will catch you by surprise and change your life in ways you never thought possible. God has spoken, and His word is final. Your breakthrough is happening out of nowhere, like lightning splitting the sky. Get ready, because what's about to unfold will leave you in awe. You've walked through trials, haven't you? Times when the weight of the world pressed down, when every step felt like a battle. But those moments weren't random. They were forging you, preparing you for this exact season. God has been working behind the scenes, aligning every detail, setting the stage for a transformation so rapid it will take your breath away. The struggles you faced weren't meant to break you. They were meant to build you into someone who can carry the weight of His blessings. And now, the floodgates are opening. Picture a barren field, dry and cracked under a relentless Sunday. For years, it's waited, silent, unchanging. Then, in a single moment, rain pours down and life erupts. Green shoots break through, flowers bloom, and what was once lifeless becomes vibrant. That's your life right now. God's blessings are the rain, and they're pouring down with a speed that defies logic. Financial burdens lifting, health restored, relationships healed. These aren't far-off promises. They're happening now, faster than you can prepare for. If this truth is stirring your spirit, pause for a moment. Hit that like button to amplify this message, and leave a comment with the number 777 below. That number carries divine power, a signal to the universe that you're ready to receive what God has prepared. Stay with me, chosen one, because this message is for you, and it's only just beginning. Think about the story of Joseph, sold into slavery, imprisoned, forgotten, yet in a single day, God turned his life around. From a dungeon to a palace, from chains to authority, His blessing came so fast, it shocked everyone around him. That same divine speed is at work in your life. God doesn't move slowly when He's ready to act. His timing is perfect, and His blessings are swift. What you've been praying for, what you've been holding on to in faith, is about to manifest with a velocity that will leave others stunned. You might be wondering, why now? Why this moment? Because God sees your heart. He knows the faith you've held on to, even when doubt whispered in your ear. He's seen every tear, every late-night prayer, every time you chose to trust Him despite the odds. That faithfulness has caught His attention, and now He's responding with a speed that will rewrite your story. Your life is about to become a testimony of His power, a living proof that God can move mountains in an instant. The beauty of this moment is that it's not just about you. When God blesses you, it ripples outward. Your family, your friends, your community, they'll feel the overflow. Imagine the joy of lifting others up, of being the one who brings hope because God's favor shines through you. Your breakthrough isn't just a personal victory. It's a beacon, a light that shows others what's possible when God moves. And He's moving right now, faster than you can fathom. If you're feeling this truth resonate, type 777 inches the comments below. Let the heavens know you're ready for what's coming. And if you want to join thousands of chosen ones walking this path, hit that subscribe button. Together, we're stepping into a season of divine acceleration. Consider the Red Sea. The Israelites stood at its edge, trapped, with an army closing in. It looked impossible until God parted the waters. In a moment, the impossible became reality. That's the kind of speed God operates with when He's ready to deliver. Your obstacles, 5 seconds, the things that seem insurmountable, are about to split open. God's hand is moving, and what once blocked your path will become the very road to your destiny. This isn't about striving or forcing things to happen. You don't have to chase God's blessings, they're chasing you. Psalm 23 says, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." That word follow doesn't mean a slow crawl. It means pursuit, a relentless rush of God's favor overtaking you. Your job is simple. Trust. Keep your heart open, your faith steady, and watch how fast His promises unfold. Sometimes, the speed of God's blessings can feel overwhelming. You might not feel ready for the magnitude of what's coming, but God doesn't wait for you to feel prepared. He equips you as you step forward. Think of Peter walking on water. He didn't have time to overthink. He just stepped out in faith. That's you right now. The blessings are coming so fast you won't have time to doubt. Just take the step, and God will meet you there. Type 777 inches. The comments if you're ready to walk into this season of rapid transformation. This is your moment, chosen one. God's plan is unfolding, and it's happening now. Let's talk about the enemy for a moment. The forces that have tried to hold you back, fear, doubt, lack, they're scrambling right now. They sense the shift. They know God's power is moving, and they can't stop it. Every lie that said you'd never make it, every obstacle that tried to slow you down, is crumbling under the weight of His promise. Isaiah 40:31 says, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." Your strength is being renewed right now, and it's happening faster than the enemy can keep up with. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a vessel for them. God's plan isn't to give you just enough to get by. He's pouring out more than you can contain. Malachi 3:10 speaks of a blessing so great, there won't be room to hold it. That's the kind of overflow coming your way. Your finances, your health, your purpose, they're about to explode with God's favor, and it's happening out of nowhere, just as He promised. Have you ever seen a storm roll in? One moment, the sky is clear. The next, thunder cracks and rain pours. That's how God's blessings are hitting your life right now. You didn't see it coming, but it's here. The job you've been praying for, the healing you've been seeking, the peace you've longed for, it's arriving with a force that will shake everything around you. People will notice. They'll see the change and wonder, how did this happen so fast? If this message is speaking to your soul, type 777 inches the comments one last time. Let the universe know you're claiming this divine speed. And if you're ready to walk with other chosen ones, subscribe to this channel. We're in this together, and God's moving fast. Now, let's talk about what this speed means for your future. God's blessings aren't just about fixing what's broken. They're about launching you into a new dimension. The dreams you've carried, the ones you thought were too big, are about to become reality. Not in years, not in months right now. God's timeline doesn't follow human logic. He can compress decades of progress into days, and He's doing it for you. Think of David, a shepherd boy one day, a king the next. His rise was so swift it stunned everyone around him. That's the kind of acceleration God has planned for you. The world might see you as ordinary, but God sees you as His chosen vessel. The promotion, the opportunity, the breakthrough. It's coming so fast, you won't have time to second guess it. All you need is the faith to say, "Yes, Lord, I'm ready." This speed isn't just about receiving, it's about becoming. God's blessings transform you from the inside out. You're not just getting new opportunities, you're becoming a new version of yourself. Stronger, wiser, bolder. People will look at you and see something different, something radiant. That's the mark of God's hand on your life, moving at a pace that defies explanation. You might feel a stirring right now, a sense that something is shifting. That's God's Spirit at work, preparing you for what's next. Don't ignore it. Lean into it. The blessings are coming, and they're coming fast. Your life is about to become a living testimony of His power, a story that others will tell for years to come. Let's talk about timing. You've been waiting, haven't you? Maybe you've wondered if God forgot you, if your prayers got lost somewhere along the way. But here's the truth. God's delays are not denials. Every moment you've spent waiting has been a moment of preparation. He's been aligning people, places, and opportunities, setting everything in motion for this exact time. And now, the clock is ticking, and His blessings are rushing toward you. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." Your season is here. The waiting is over. God's blessings are moving with a speed that will leave you speechless. The doors you thought were locked are swinging open. The dreams you thought were out of reach are now within your grasp. All because God said, "It's time." You don't have to figure out how it's going to happen. That's not your job. Your job is to trust, to stand firm, and to receive. God's already working out the details. The right people will find you. The right opportunities will appear. The right resources will show up faster than you can plan for. This is the power of divine timing, and it's happening right now. Picture a runner at the starting line, muscles tensed, heart racing, waiting for the signal. The moment the gun fires, they explode forward, unstoppable. That's you, chosen one. God's given the signal, and you're off running into a future filled with His promises. The speed of His blessings will carry you further than you ever imagined, and it's happening out of nowhere. Now, let's talk about the impact. When God blesses you this fast, it's not subtle. It's a declaration. Your life becomes a billboard for His goodness, a living proof that He keeps His word. People who doubted you, who overlooked you, will see the change and know it's God. Your story will inspire others to trust Him, to hold on through their own trials, because they'll see what He's done for you. This isn't just about material wealth, though that's coming too. It's about a richness of spirit, a fullness of life that touches every part of who you are. Your health, your relationships, your purpose, they're all being transformed at a pace that will leave you in awe. God's blessings are holistic, covering every area you've surrendered to Him. And they're moving fast, reshaping your reality in real time. Have you ever watched a sunrise? One moment, the world is dark. The next, light floods the horizon, changing everything in an instant. That's what God's doing in your life. The darkness you've walked through is giving way to a new dawn, and it's happening faster than you can process. Embrace it. Let the light flood in. Your life is about to shine in ways you never thought possible. You might be thinking, what if I'm not ready? Here's the truth. You don't have to be. God's blessings don't depend on your perfection. They depend on His faithfulness. All He asks is that you trust Him, that you step forward in faith, even if your knees are shaking. The speed of His blessings will carry you, equipping you as you go. You're ready because He says you are. Let's talk about provision. God's not just giving you what you need. He's giving you more than enough. Deuteronomy 28:12 says, "The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of His bounty." That storehouse is open right now, and the blessings are pouring out with a speed that will overwhelm you in the best way. Finances, opportunities, peace. It's all coming, and it's coming fast. You've been faithful in the small things, haven't you? You've trusted God when it wasn't easy, when the world told you to give up. That faithfulness hasn't gone unnoticed. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. God's seen your heart, and He's entrusting you with much more than you've ever handled before. And it's happening now, out of nowhere. This speed, this divine acceleration, is a gift. It's God's way of showing you that He's in control, that His plans are bigger than your imagination. You don't have to strive or beg. You just have to receive. Open your hands, open your heart, and let His blessings flood in. They're moving fast, chosen one, and they're headed straight for you. Now, let's talk about the transformation. When God moves this fast, He doesn't just change your circumstances, He changes you. The person you were yesterday, the one who carried doubts and fears, is being replaced. You're stepping into a version of yourself that radiates confidence, peace, and purpose. People will see it. They'll notice the way you carry yourself, the way your eyes shine with hope. This transformation isn't just internal, it's visible. Your health, your appearance, your energy, they're all being renewed. Psalm 92:10 says, "I have been anointed with fresh oil." That's you right now, anointed with God's favor, glowing with His presence. The speed of His blessings is reshaping you from the inside out, making you a living testimony of His power. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. God's moving so fast that you'll have more than enough to share. Your wealth, your wisdom, your peace, they'll overflow, touching everyone around you. Imagine the impact. Families restored, communities transformed, all because God chose you to carry His light. And it's happening now, faster than you can keep up with. If you're ready to step into this divine flow, subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones on this journey. God's moving, and we're moving with Him. Your breakthrough is here, and it's happening out of nowhere. Let's talk about the unexpected. God's blessings don't follow a predictable pattern. They come when you least expect them, in ways you couldn't have planned. That job you didn't apply for, that connection you didn't see coming, that healing you'd almost given up on, they're showing up. And they're showing up fast. God loves to surprise His chosen ones, to remind you that His ways are higher than yours. Think of the woman at the well in John 4. She went to draw water, expecting another ordinary day. But in a single encounter, Jesus changed everything. Her past, her shame, her loneliness gone in an instant. That's the kind of sudden, life-altering blessing coming your way. God's about to meet you where you are, and He's moving with a speed that will leave you speechless. You don't have to understand how it's going to happen. That's the beauty of God's plan. It's bigger than your logic. Isaiah 55:8-9 says, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." His blessings are coming in ways you can't predict, at a pace you can't prepare for. All you need to do is trust and receive. The speed of His favor is unstoppable. This is your moment, chosen one. The blessings are here, and they're moving fast. Your life is about to become a testament to God's power, a story of divine acceleration that will inspire everyone around you. Get ready, because it's happening out of nowhere. Let's talk about the fire inside you. God's blessings aren't just coming to change your circumstances. They're igniting something within you, a spark that's about to become a blaze. This isn't about a slow burn. It's a sudden, unstoppable flame of purpose, passion, and power. God is fanning that fire right now, and it's spreading through your life with a speed that will shock you. What you thought was dormant, what you thought was lost, is about to roar to life. You've carried dreams, haven't you? Visions of what your life could be, tucked away in quiet moments. Maybe you thought they were too big, too far out of reach. But God sees those dreams, and He's not letting them stay buried. Right now, He's breathing life into them, accelerating their arrival with a force that defies time. That business idea, that creative calling, that desire to make a difference, it's not just a hope anymore. It's becoming reality, and it's happening fast. Imagine a rocket at launch. For years, it's been built, piece by piece, waiting for the moment to soar. Then, in a single burst, it breaks free from the Earth, climbing higher than anyone thought possible. That's your life right now. God's blessings are the fuel, and they're propelling you into a future you couldn't have planned. The speed of His favor is taking you places you never thought you'd go, and it's happening out of nowhere. This fire isn't just for you. It's meant to light up the world around you. As God moves in your life, people will feel the warmth of His presence through you. Your story, your success, your joy. It's going to draw others closer to Him. They'll see the way you shine, the way you carry His blessings, and they'll want to know the God who makes it possible. Your life is becoming a lighthouse, guiding others through the storm. Now, let's talk about the chains breaking. There are things that have held you back, old habits, fears, maybe even people who didn't see your worth. God's blessings are moving so fast, they're shattering those chains in an instant. What used to weigh you down is falling away, replaced by a freedom you've never known. Psalm 107:14 says, He brought them out of darkness and broke their chains. That's happening right now, and it's happening with a speed that will leave you breathless. You might not see it yet, but the ground beneath you is shifting. The places where you felt stuck, finances, relationships, health, are being shaken loose. God's hand is moving, and it's moving quickly. That debt that's been looming, it's about to dissolve. That conflict that's drained you, it's about to resolve. That sickness you've been fighting, healing is coming, and it's coming fast. God's power doesn't linger, it strikes like lightning. Think of Lazarus, 4 days in the tomb, wrapped in grave clothes, lifeless. Everyone thought it was over, but Jesus spoke, and in a moment, death gave way to life. That's the kind of speed God's working with in your life. What the world called impossible, God calls done. The blessings you've been waiting for are breaking through, and they're not waiting for permission. They're here, and they're moving at divine speed. You don't have to fight for this. God's blessings don't require you to beg or plead. They come because He's promised them, and His promises are unbreakable. All you need to do is stand in faith, ready to receive. The speed of His favor is overwhelming, but it's not chaotic, it's precise. Every blessing is tailored for you, designed to fit the life He's called you to live. Trust that, and watch how fast it unfolds. Let's talk about the doors opening. There are opportunities you haven't even dreamed of, waiting just beyond your sight. God's moving so quickly that these doors are swinging wide before you even knock. That job, that connection, that breakthrough you didn't see coming, it's already in motion. Revelation 3:8 says, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. Those doors are open now, and they're opening fast. You might feel a tremor in your spirit, a sense that something big is happening. That's God's signal, letting you know His plan is unfolding. Don't ignore it, lean into it. The blessings are coming with a speed that will catch you off guard, but they're exactly what you need. The right people are stepping into your life. The right resources are appearing. The right moments are aligning, all because God's hand is moving at lightning speed. Picture a river, rushing through a canyon, carving a new path where none existed before. That's God's favor in your life right now. It's cutting through every obstacle, creating a way where there was none. The things that seemed impossible yesterday are becoming possible today. The speed of his blessings is relentless, unstoppable, and it's reshaping your future in real time. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. God's not giving you scraps. He's giving you abundance. John 10:10 says, "I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." That abundant life is yours, and it's arriving faster than you can imagine. Your finances are shifting. Your purpose is clarifying. Your heart is healing, all at a pace that will leave you in awe of His power. Now, let's talk about the legacy you're building. God's blessings aren't just for today, they're for generations. The wealth, the wisdom, the faith you're receiving now will ripple through your family, your community, your world. You're not just being blessed, you're being positioned to bless others. The speed of God's favor is setting you up to leave a mark that won't fade, a legacy that will outlive you. Think of Abraham. God promised him a nation, but it started with a single step of faith. That step led to a legacy that still shapes the world today. Your steps right now, guided by God's swift blessings, are building something eternal. Every decision you make, every act of faith, is laying a foundation for those who come after you. And it's happening faster than you realize. You might be wondering, can I handle this? The speed of God's blessings can feel like too much, like a wave crashing over you. But here's the truth. God never gives you more than you can carry. He's strengthening you as the blessings flow, equipping you to steward them well. You're not just receiving wealth or opportunities, you're receiving the wisdom to manage them, and it's coming just as fast. This is a season of overflow, not a trickle, not a stream, but a flood. God's blessings are pouring out with a force that will reshape everything. Your career, your relationships, your health, they're all being touched by His hand, and it's happening out of nowhere. People will see the change and know it's God. Your life is becoming a testimony, a living proof of His power moving at divine speed. Let's talk about the clarity coming your way. Sometimes, life feels like a fog. You can't see the path ahead, can't make sense of where you're going. But God's blessings are like a wind, clearing the haze in an instant. You're about to see your purpose with a sharpness you've never known. Decisions that felt confusing will become clear. Steps that felt uncertain will become sure. And it's happening fast. Think of Paul on the road to Damascus. One moment, he was blind, lost in his own plans. The next, a flash of light changed everything. God's speed transformed his life in an instant, giving him a new direction, a new purpose. That same divine clarity is coming for you. The questions you've carried, the doubts that have lingered, they're being answered, and they're being answered now. You don't have to chase this clarity. It's chasing you. God's moving so fast that the answers you've been seeking are already on their way. The confusion that's clouded your mind is lifting, replaced by a vision so vivid it will guide every step you take. This is the power of God's swift blessings. They don't just bring provision, they bring understanding, and it's happening out of nowhere. You're stepping into a season where everything aligns. The people, the places, the opportunities, they're falling into place with a precision that only God can orchestrate. You don't have to force it or figure it out. Just trust. The speed of His favor is aligning your life with His plan, and it's moving faster than you can keep up with. Get ready, chosen one. Your breakthrough is here, and it's happening now. Let's talk about the strength being forged in you. God's blessings aren't just gifts, they're tools, sharpening you for a purpose bigger than you can see. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's building a resilience in you that nothing can shake. The trials you faced, the moments you thought would break you, were preparing you for this. God's speed is turning your heart into iron, your spirit into fire, and it's happening with a force that will leave you standing taller than ever. You've known weakness, haven't you? Times when you felt small, powerless, like the world was too heavy. But God's been watching, and He's been working. Every tear you've shed, every prayer you've whispered, has been fuel for this moment. His blessings are pouring in so fast, they're rewriting those old stories of defeat. You're not the person who stumbled anymore, you're the one who rises, and you're rising now, quicker than you can imagine. Picture a sword in a forge, hammered by fire, shaped by pressure. Each strike makes it stronger, sharper, ready for battle. That's you, chosen one. God's swift blessings are the hammer, crafting you into a weapon of His purpose. The doubts that once dulled your edge are being burned away. The fears that held you back are melting. You're being refined, and it's happening at a pace that will stun those who thought they knew you. This strength isn't just for you. It's for the people God's called you to lift up. Your resilience will inspire others, showing them they can stand through their own storms. As God's blessings move through you, they'll see His power in your unshakable spirit. You're becoming a pillar, a rock others can lean on, and it's all because God's favor is moving so fast it's transforming you in real time. Now, let's talk about the vision taking shape. God's blessings don't just bring provision, they bring sight. You're about to see things you've never seen before, opportunities you didn't know existed. His favor is moving so quickly, it's like a veil lifting, revealing paths you couldn't imagine. That dream you've carried, that calling you've felt, it's coming into focus, and it's happening now, out of nowhere. Think of Elijah on Mount Carmel. The sky was clear, no sign of rain, but he prayed, and God moved so fast that clouds gathered and a deluge came. That's the kind of vision God's giving you. One moment, the horizon looks empty. The next, it's bursting with possibility. His blessings are opening your eyes to what's been prepared for you, and they're doing it with a speed that will take your breath away. You don't have to search for this vision. It's finding you. God's moving so fast that the plans He's laid out are becoming clear before you even ask. The steps you need to take, the doors you need to walk through, they're lighting up like stars in the night sky. Trust that clarity. Lean into it. The speed of His favor is guiding you, and it's guiding you now. This vision isn't just about your future, it's about your present. God's blessings are showing you how to live fully in this moment, how to seize the opportunities right in front of you. You're not waiting for someday anymore. The life you've dreamed of is starting today, and it's unfolding faster than you can plan for. Get ready. Chosen one. God's vision for you is coming into view, and it's breathtaking. Let's talk about the peace flooding your heart. God's blessings aren't just about external change, they're about internal rest. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's calming the storms inside you. The worries that kept you up at night, the fears that gnawed at your mind, they're being silenced. Philippians 4:7 says, "The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts." That peace is yours, and it's arriving with lightning speed. You've carried burdens, haven't you? Weights you thought you'd have to bear forever. But God's blessings are moving so quickly they're lifting those loads in an instant. You're not just surviving anymore, you're finding rest. The chaos that once defined your days is giving way to a calm that only God can give. It's happening now, and it's happening faster than you expected. Picture a lake after a storm, its surface still and clear, reflecting the sky above. That's your heart right now. God's swift blessings are smoothing the ripples, bringing a serenity that anchors you no matter what comes. People will notice this peace. They'll see the way you move through life with a quiet confidence, and they'll want to know the source. Your life is becoming a testimony of His rest, and it's unfolding out of nowhere. This peace isn't fragile. It's not a fleeting feeling that fades when trouble comes. It's a fortress, built by God's rapid favor, strong enough to withstand any storm. You're not just receiving blessings, you're receiving a foundation, a calm that holds you steady. And it's coming so fast, it's changing how you see everything, from your challenges to your future. Now, let's talk about the connections forming. God's blessings aren't just about what you receive, they're about who you're meant to meet. Right now, His favor is moving so fast, it's bringing the right people into your life at the perfect time. That mentor you've needed, that partner you've prayed for, that friend who gets you, they're showing up, and they're showing up quickly. Think of Ruth and Boaz. She was a stranger in a foreign land. But God moved so fast that one encounter changed her life forever. That's what's happening for you. The speed of His blessings is aligning you with divine connections, people who will walk with you, lift you up, and help you fulfill your purpose. These aren't random meetings, they're orchestrated by God, and they're happening now. You don't have to chase these relationships. God's bringing them to you. His favor is working like a magnet, drawing the right souls into your orbit. The conversations, the opportunities, the support you've been longing for. They're coming together with a speed that will leave you in awe. Trust the timing. These connections are part of His plan, and they're forming faster than you can imagine. If you're feeling this truth, stir your spirit. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones walking this path. God's moving, and we're moving with Him. Your divine connections are here, and they're happening out of nowhere. Let's talk about the courage rising in you. God's blessings don't just bring provision, they bring boldness. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's igniting a fearlessness you didn't know you had. The doubts that once held you back, the voices that said you weren't enough, they're being drowned out by a confidence that only God can give. You're stepping into a season where you'll act without hesitation, and it's happening now. Think of Esther. She was just a young woman, facing an impossible choice. But God's favor moved so quickly that she found the courage to stand before a king and save her people. That's the kind of boldness God's pouring into you. The challenges that once seemed too big are shrinking in the face of His swift blessings. You're ready to act, to speak, to lead, and it's happening faster than you expected. This courage isn't reckless. It's rooted in faith, anchored by the knowledge that God's with you. His blessings are giving you the strength to take risks, to step into the unknown, to say yes to opportunities you would have shied away from before. People will see this change in you. They'll notice the way you carry yourself with a new authority, and they'll know it's God's hand at work. You don't have to force this boldness. It's flowing naturally as God's favor moves through you. The speed of His blessings is pushing you past fear, past doubt, into a place where you know who you are and whose you are. This is your moment to stand tall, to move forward, to embrace the life God's prepared for you. And it's happening out of nowhere. Let's talk about the restoration coming your way. God's blessings aren't just about new things, they're about redeeming what's been lost. Right now, His favor is moving so fast, it's bringing back what the enemy stole. Broken relationships, missed opportunities, stolen joy. They're being restored with a speed that will leave you speechless. Joel 2:25 says, "I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten." That repayment is happening now. You've felt the sting of loss, haven't you? Moments when it seemed like life took more than it gave. But God's been keeping track. Every tear, every setback, every closed door, He's turning them into testimonies of his goodness. The speed of his blessings is bringing healing to wounds you thought would never close, and it's happening faster than you can process. Picture a city rebuilt after a fire, stronger and more beautiful than before. That's your life right now. God's swift favor is reconstructing what was broken, making it better than it ever was. The relationships you thought were gone are being renewed. The dreams you thought were dead are coming back to life. The joy you thought was lost is returning, and it's returning with a force that will shake your world. This restoration isn't just for you, it's for those around you. As God moves quickly to rebuild your life, others will see his hand at work. Your story will become a beacon of hope, proof that God can redeem anything. The speed of his blessings is turning your pain into purpose, your loss into gain, and it's happening out of nowhere. Let's talk about the overflow breaking through. God's blessings aren't just meeting your needs, they're flooding your life with more than you can hold. Right now, his favor is moving so fast it's like a dam bursting, pouring abundance into every corner of your existence. Your finances, your relationships, your dreams, they're being filled to overflowing, and it's happening with a speed that will leave you in awe of his power. You've known scarcity, haven't you? Moments when it felt like there wasn't enough money, enough time, enough hope. But God's been watching, and he's been planning. His blessings are rushing in so quickly they're turning lack into plenty. What you thought was impossible is becoming reality, faster than you can prepare for. Psalm 23:5 says, "My cup overflows." That's your life right now, chosen one, and it's overflowing now. Picture a riverbank, swollen with rain, spilling over its edges, watering everything in its path. That's God's favor in your life. His blessings are moving so fast, they're touching not just you, but everyone around you. The promotion you didn't expect, the opportunity you didn't see coming, the peace you didn't think possible, they're flooding in, reshaping your world in an instant. This isn't a trickle, it's a deluge, and it's happening out of nowhere. This overflow isn't meant to be contained, it's meant to spill out, blessing others through you. As God's favor moves swiftly, you'll find yourself giving time, resources, love in ways you never thought you could. Your life is becoming a channel for his goodness, a living proof that his blessings are limitless. People will see it, feel it, and know it's God working through you. And it's all unfolding at lightning speed. Now, let's talk about the alignment happening in your life. God's blessings aren't random, they're precise, lining up every detail to fit his plan for you. Right now, his favor is moving so fast it's pulling everything into place. The people you need, the opportunities you've prayed for, the resources you've lacked. They're coming together with a speed that feels almost supernatural, because it is. Think of the stars in the night sky, each one positioned perfectly to form a constellation. That's what God's doing with your life. His swift blessings are arranging every piece, your career, your relationships, your purpose, into a pattern that shines with his glory. You don't have to force it or figure it out. The alignment is happening now, faster than you can track, and it's pointing you toward your destiny. You might feel a shift, a sense that things are falling into place. That's God's hand, moving quicker than you can see, setting the stage for your next season. The confusion you've carried, the questions about where you're headed, they're being answered as his favor works at breakneck speed. Trust this alignment. It's not chance, it's divine design, and it's happening out of nowhere. This alignment isn't just about your present, it's about your future. God's blessings are positioning you for long-term impact, for a life that leaves a mark. The steps you take now, guided by his rapid favor, are building a foundation that will stand for years. You're not just living for today. You're being set up for a legacy, and it's coming together faster than you ever dreamed. Let's talk about the joy bubbling up inside you. God's blessings don't just bring provision, they bring a happiness that can't be contained. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's filling your heart with a lightness you haven't felt in years. The burdens that weighed you down, the sorrows that dulled your spirit, they're being swept away, replaced by a joy that radiates from within. You've known heavy days, haven't you? Times when smiling felt like work, when hope seemed out of reach. But God's been watching, and His blessings are rushing in to change that. Nehemiah 8:10 says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." That joy is flooding your soul now, giving you a strength that carries you through every challenge. It's happening so fast you'll barely recognize yourself. Picture a child running through a field, laughing without a care, caught up in the moment. That's the kind of joy God's pouring into you. His swift blessings are lifting the veil of heaviness, letting you feel alive again. People will notice this change. They'll see the spark in your eyes, the lightness in your step, and they'll wonder what's different. It's God, moving at a pace that transforms you from the inside out. This joy isn't fleeting. It's a gift that grows stronger with every blessing God sends. As His favor moves quickly, you'll find yourself laughing more, loving deeper, living fuller. It's a joy that spills over, touching everyone you meet, making your life a beacon of His goodness. And it's happening now, chosen one, faster than you can imagine. Now, let's talk about the authority you're stepping into. God's blessings aren't just gifts, they're a mantle, a calling to walk in power. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's clothing you with a boldness that commands attention. You're not just receiving blessings, you're being entrusted with influence, with a voice that carries weight, and it's happening at a speed that will surprise even you. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. He stood firm, unshaken, and God's favor turned a death sentence into a testimony. That same authority is being placed on you now. His blessings are moving so quickly, they're elevating you to places of impact, your workplace, your community, your family. You're not just surviving, you're leading, and it's happening out of nowhere. You might feel a stirring, a sense that you're meant for more. That's God's Spirit, awakening the authority He's placed in you. The speed of His blessings is giving you the confidence to speak, to act, to stand tall. People will listen when you talk. They'll follow when you lead. This isn't about pride, it's about purpose, and it's unfolding faster than you can keep up with. This authority comes with responsibility. God's swift favor is equipping you to steward it well, to use your influence for His glory. You're being called to make decisions, to guide others, to shine His light in dark places. The speed of His blessings is preparing you for this role, and you're ready, chosen one, because He says you are. Let's talk about the healing washing over you. God's blessings aren't just about external change, they're about mending what's broken inside. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's soothing old wounds, restoring your heart, and bringing wholeness. The pain you've carried, the scars you thought were permanent, they're being healed with a speed that defies explanation. You've known hurt, haven't you? Moments when betrayal, loss, or failure cut deep. But God's been watching, and His blessings are rushing in to mend those places. Isaiah 61:1 says, "He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted." That binding is happening now, stitching your heart back together with His love. It's so fast you'll feel the weight lifting before you even realize it's gone. Picture a wound closing, the skin knitting together, becoming whole again. That's what God's doing in your soul. His swift blessings are touching every hurt, every memory, turning them into strength. You'll look back and see that what once defined you no longer does. Your heart is being made new, and it's happening at a pace that will leave you in awe. This healing isn't just for you, it's for those you love. As God moves quickly to restore you, you'll become a source of healing for others. Your words, your presence, your compassion, they'll carry His power, mending brokenness wherever you go. The speed of His blessings is making you a vessel of restoration, and it's happening out of nowhere. Now, let's talk about the opportunities multiplying around you. God's blessings aren't just singular, they're exponential, growing with every step you take. Right now, His favor is moving so fast, it's opening doors you didn't even know existed. New paths, new possibilities, new dreams, they're springing up, and they're coming faster than you can count. Think of the feeding of the 5,000. A few loaves, a couple of fish, yet in Jesus' hands, it multiplied to feed a multitude. That's what God's doing with your life. His swift blessings are taking what seems small, your skills, your time, your faith, and turning it into abundance. Opportunities you couldn't have planned are appearing, and they're appearing now. You don't have to hunt for these doors. God's favor is bringing them to you. The speed of His blessings is creating a cascade of possibilities, jobs, projects, relationships that align with His purpose for you. You'll find yourself in the right place, at the right time, with the right people, all because His hand is moving faster than you can imagine. These opportunities aren't random. They're part of God's plan, tailored to your calling, designed to propel you forward. As His blessings multiply, you'll see your life expand in ways you never thought possible. The speed of His favor is turning your potential into action, your dreams into reality, and it's happening out of nowhere. Let's talk about the confidence blooming within you. God's blessings aren't just changing your world. They're reshaping how you see yourself. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's building a certainty in your heart, a boldness that makes you stand taller. The insecurities that once held you back, the voices that whispered you weren't enough, they're being silenced by a strength you didn't know you had, and it's rising with a speed that's almost electric. You've doubted yourself before, haven't you? Moments when you wondered if you were capable, if you were worthy. But God's been watching, and His blessings are rushing in to rewrite that narrative. Proverbs 3:26 says, "The Lord will be your confidence." That confidence is flooding you now, pushing out fear, filling you with a knowing that you're chosen for greatness. It's happening so fast you'll feel it before you fully understand it. Picture a tree standing firm in a storm, its roots deep, unshaken by the wind. That's you, chosen one. God's swift blessings are anchoring you, giving you a foundation that nothing can uproot. People will notice this change. They'll see the way you walk with purpose, the way your voice carries conviction. It's not arrogance, it's assurance, and it's being forged in you at a pace that will stun those around you. This confidence is a gift for others too. As God moves quickly to build you up, you'll inspire those who feel small, who doubt their own worth. Your strength will show them what's possible when God's favor takes hold. You're becoming a mirror of His power, reflecting a certainty that draws others to Him, and it's happening now, out of nowhere. Now, let's talk about the freedom breaking over you. God's blessings aren't just adding to your life. They're releasing you from chains you didn't even know you wore. Right now, His favor is moving so fast it's cutting through limitations, setting you free to live fully, boldly, unapologetically. The expectations of others, the weight of past mistakes, they're falling away, and it's happening with a speed that feels like a gust of fresh air. You've felt trapped before, haven't you? caught in cycles of guilt, fear, or other people's opinions. But God's been watching, and his blessings are rushing in to break those bonds. Galatians 5:1 says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free." That freedom is yours now, sweeping through your life, clearing out what's held you back. You're stepping into a lightness you haven't felt in years, and it's coming fast. Imagine a bird escaping a cage, its wings spreading wide, soaring into open sky. That's your spirit right now. God's swift blessings are unlocking doors you thought were sealed, giving you room to breathe, to dream, to be. People will see this freedom in you. They'll notice the way you move without hesitation, the way you live without apology. It's God's hand, and it's moving at lightning speed. This freedom isn't just for you. It's a call to others. As God's favor sets you free, you'll show those around you what it means to live unshackled. Your life will become a testament to his liberating power, a beacon for those still trapped. The speed of his blessings is making you a living example of what freedom looks like, and it's happening out of nowhere. Let's talk about the wisdom pouring into you. God's blessings aren't just about provision, they're about understanding, a clarity that guides every step. Right now, his favor is moving so fast it's sharpening your mind, giving you insight that cuts through confusion. The decisions you've struggled with, the paths you couldn't see, they're becoming clear. And it's happening with a speed that feels almost miraculous. You've faced uncertainty, haven't you? Times when you didn't know which way to turn, when the answers seemed out of reach. But God's been watching, and his blessings are rushing in to light your way. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously." That wisdom is flooding you now, guiding you through choices, showing you what's true. It's coming so fast, you'll marvel at your own clarity. Picture a lantern glowing brighter in the dark, its light cutting through the shadows. That's your mind right now. God's swift blessings are illuminating your thoughts, giving you a discernment that others will notice. You'll make choices with confidence, see opportunities others miss, and navigate challenges with ease. This isn't just intelligence, it's divine insight, and it's being poured into you at a pace that defies logic. This wisdom is a gift for the world. As God moves quickly to sharpen your understanding, you'll become a guide for others, a voice of reason in chaos. Your clarity will help those lost in confusion, pointing them toward truth. The speed of his blessings is making you a source of wisdom, a light in the darkness. And it's happening now, chosen one. Now, let's talk about the favor surrounding you. God's blessings aren't just changing you,